U.S. Senate Republicans, led in large part by Oklahoma Senator James Lankford, have laid out their proposal for securing the southern border. As our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron reports, it's possible they may have the leverage to get at least some of it signed into law.
Well, the Biden administration and Democrats need Republican support to pass the large aid package they want, a package that includes military support for Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan, and new funding to speed up asylum processing at the U.S.-Mexico border.
But the border doesn't need more funding to be able to solve the problem at the border. It needs a change in policy.
And Lankford says the Biden administration, when pressed on this point, which he did last week, agrees.
The asylum system needs to be reformed from top to bottom.
Quite frankly, he and I have talked about some of these issues privately before, but he would never say it publicly.
Lankford has been a leading voice in Congress on the border crisis.
Close that gap.
And together with Senators Graham and Cotton, drew up the GOP proposal, which includes restarting border wall construction, improving pay for veteran border agents, and restricting the use of humanitarian parole, which Republicans say the administration is using far too liberally to allow migrants into the country. Most significantly, the proposal would reform the asylum process, beginning with implementing a safe third country policy.
Asylum is you go to the next safe place that you can get to, request asylum in that spot, not pick whatever country you want in the world and you request it there.
Migrants could only request asylum at an actual port of entry and no more 2 bites of the apple for people who are denied asylum but come in anyway.
And you're later caught in the country, then you can say, well, I want to apply for asylum again, and you get a second bite of the apple to go through the process.
Lankford says, simply put, the system is broken.
And I'm trying to bring an actual real solution to the problem.
Now, leading Democrats are saying this proposal is way too much like the House's Secure the Border Act and thus a non-starter. But Lankford says, as with any issue, there's the public rhetoric and then there's what people say in private. And he says privately, many Democrats are telling him this proposal is reasonable. In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.